Do you find yourself wanting to eat healthier, but still want to enjoy that glass of wine to help you unwind at the end of the night, and you don't know how to do both? That used to be me. In this video, we are going to cover 7 healthy wine and food pairings to help you stay on track with your nutrition goals and still be able to enjoy that glass of adult grape juice at the end of a long workday. Let's get started. Spinach dip is a standard go-to appetizer, and it's not always the healthiest option. One way to make it healthier and still taste good is to swap out that sour cream and use Greek yogurt instead. This is going to cut back on the fat, but it's still going to taste creamy and delicious. You also want to consider what you're dipping into that spinach dip. Fresh veggies are going to be your best and healthiest option, such as carrot sticks, celery, cucumbers, and bell peppers. So forget about the chips and the crispy bread and use the vegetables instead. Now, for pairing purposes of the spinach dip, you want to find a crisp, fruity white wine. Your best styles for this are going to be a Gewürztraminer, a Riesling, or a Pinot Grigio. Now, another common appetizer is baked brie. Now, when it's on its own, you're going to want to pair that with a fruity, crisp white, just like the spinach dip. However, my preferred option is using a bottle of Pampered Chef raspberry habanero sauce over that brie. It is truly an amazing combination, a little bit sweet from the raspberry and a little bit of spice from that habanero. This is also going to pair great with vegetables and crackers of your choice. Now, because of that raspberry habanero sauce, you want to pair this with a fruity or semi-sweet red wine, such as a Zinfandel, Frontenac, or a Marquette. So before we jump into some healthy entree dishes for your food and beverage pairing, I want to hear from you. What is your favorite healthy appetizer dish? Share it in the comments. So one common food that I love to enjoy, especially during the colder temperatures, is a big bowl of chili. It's filled with vegetables and beans, and to make it a little bit healthier, you can swap out that ground beef and instead use ground turkey, ground chicken, or a meat alternative ground option of your choosing. And that is still going to keep it full of nutrition, nice and hearty bowl of chili. Now, you don't want it to be too spicy, otherwise that will ruin your taste buds and you're not going to taste the wine as well as you want it to complement that bowl. So a little spice is perfect, but you really want to just enjoy those savory flavors of the meat, beans, and vegetables. So this bowl of turkey chili is going to pair best with some red blends. My go-tos are combinations of Cab and Syrah or a Cab and a Marquette. So Cabernet Sauvignon is a very well-rounded red wine that mixes very well with other reds to make delectable blends that are going to pair perfectly with that hearty bowl of chili. Baked salmon is another healthy dinner option, and the possibilities are endless when it comes to seasoning it. So with your baked salmon, it's beneficial because you're going to get those omega-3 fatty acids, and it's high in vitamin D, something that my fellow Midwesterners can always use an extra boost of in the winter months. So depending on what you're seasoning the salmon with is going to influence what your wine pairing options are going to be. Now, a common option is to do a citrus, garlic, herb type seasoning. And so with those flavors, you want a crisp white wine, such as a Chardonnay. And that is typically our common pairing with all things seafood. If you're going more of a spicy route of seasoning that salmon, you're going to want a semi-sweet red wine, such as a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Syrah. Now, the last main course that I have to share here is a shrimp curry dish, which is a very fun twist on your traditional shrimp cocktail appetizer. So instead of just having that cold shrimp in the chili sauce, you can instead turn it into a tomato-based curry dish, add some vegetables, serve it over some whole grain rice, and you have a nice, well-rounded, healthy dinner option. And this curry is going to pair perfectly with your fruity dry wines, such as a Gewürztraminer or a Sauvignon Blanc. And if you are going for a sweeter side of curry, since there are different types of curry out there, for a more mild version of curry, I'd recommend pairing it with a Chardonnay. All right, before we jump into side dishes and desserts, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button because I am dropping videos on this channel like this every week, and I would hate for you to miss out on the next one. So one of my favorite side dishes that truly has endless possibilities are grilled vegetables. You can either just grill them as is to really bring out those flavors of zucchini, potatoes, onions, Brussels sprouts, carrots, and whatever other vegetables you might find either in your garden or at the grocery store. You can either season these, cook as is, or serve some dips alongside it. Wherever you choose, you want to look at those seasonings and those dips to create an adequate complementary beverage pairing. If you're going with just plain grilled vegetables, I'd recommend a bold Merlot because that is going to really bring out the smoky, charred flavors of those vegetables. If you are adding some citrus, herb, or garlic seasonings onto those vegetables, you're going to want to pair those with a dry, crisp white wine, such as a Riesling, a Pinot Grigio, or a Sauvignon Blanc. And if you are adding some spicy seasonings to it, maybe some chili lime rub or some basic seasoning salt, then you're going to want to go with a Pinot Noir or a Cabernet Sauvignon. And dessert, what everyone has been waiting for, my go-to is grilled fruit. Peaches and pineapple are some of my favorites to put on the grill, and that extra sweet treat makes the perfect dessert. So no need to be tempted by those cookies and chocolate cake. You can grab the grilled fruit. It's going to satisfy that sweet tooth and is a lot healthier for you than those baked goods. With the grilled fruit, you can also add a little drizzle of honey, have some Greek yogurt on the side for dipping, or add a sprinkle of cinnamon for an extra fun touch. Another great option is to grab your whipped cream maker from Pampered Chef and make your own flavored whipped cream to serve with that grilled fruit. And pairing options are going to be either a dry rosé or a Pinot Noir. These are going to really bring out the sweetness in those grilled peaches and grilled pineapple and end your dinner on a nice note. Some other fruits to try if you're feeling a little daring to try something new is to grab kiwi or star fruit and grill those with the peaches and pineapple. It is a delectable dessert. So let's keep this momentum going. If you are ready to start creating your own food and beverage pairings, click the link below and join my tasting room community so you can learn more and share your own ideas as you go. And if you are in need of some inspiration, go ahead, click the link below and grab my free basic wine and beverage pairing guide. Talk soon.